Hello, my first graders. We're on page 461 today. That's lesson 8.5 in your math book. So if you're not on page 461, you want to pause, find that page, and hit play when you're ready. All right. Amir counts 14 cars as they go by. Then he counts 5 more cars. How many cars does Amir count? All right, so they show us our problem 14.5 because he counts 14 cars, and then he counts 5 more cars. So today, instead of using our hundreds chart to add, which my first graders, like I always tell you, if that hundreds chart worked really well for you yesterday, it's not that you can't still use it, it's just I'm showing you another way to solve. So we're going to go back to drawing again to show our work. So here's 14. Well, how would you draw to show 14? Well, how many 10s are there? 1 10. How many 1s? 4 1s. So I'm going to model it with my base 10 blocks for you. Okay, 14. Now, here's our 14, right? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, right? Or 10 and 4 1s. Plus 5. Now, in the number 5, there's no 10s, is there? Right? It's only 5 1s, just the plain old number 5. And just like we were looking at our last lesson, we're on 8.4, where we drew out our circles, right? We could draw 5 circles because 5 is a small number. It's just a ones number. So here's my 5 1s. Okay, so here's my 14. Here's my 5 1s. Well, how many do we have all together? Well, first off, when we have a problem that has all these 1s, do you remember what we always say to do? Make sure that there's not 10 1s. That's the first thing we want to look at. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So no, there isn't a 10, is there? So there's 9 1s. How many 10s are there? 1 10. So let's think about that. 1 10, 9 1s. What number is that? 19, right? So here's our 9 1s, and our 1 10 makes the number 19. Okay, and we write it out like that. Okay, if you have trouble, remember you can always do that handy TO chart if you need to, if you're having trouble with your 10s and 1s, right? And we looked at 9 1s, and we looked at 1 10, 19. That's what we're going to be working on today. Now, if we had to draw that out, okay, and boys and girls, you can just watch me model this page for you. If we had to draw that out, right, I would draw my 14, same thing, 1 10, 4 1s, okay, and then my 5, 1 2 3 4 5, just like I did with my base 10 blocks. Okay, and I would do the same thing. Check and see if I made a 10 with all those 1s. If not, then I would be able to solve my problem. Let's look at our next page. And here we are. Add 1s to a 2-digit number. So here's 32 plus 4. If we model that out, here's my 32, 3 10s, 2 1s. 4 1s. So 4 is just a 1-digit number. So here's my 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is that all together? Well, 3 10s. And they looked at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's only 6 1s, so right? It's not another group of 10. 6 1s. 36. Okay, we also talked about how we can count 1 from this, right? 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Okay. Then down here, whoa, bigger numbers. Here is 2-digit numbers. This is a 2-digit number. And look, instead of 4, it's 40, right? So now it has a 10 in it. So here's our 32 again, 32. And here's our 40, 4 10s. There's no 1s in this number, is there? No. So now we have to put them together. Well, we only have 2 1s, right? And now we count all the tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 tens and 2 ones makes the number 72. Okay, so we've done this before, right? Where we've had the tens and ones separated. And we know when we're counting, right? When we count, we put all the tens together and then the ones. Okay, so 72. This is the same as this. It's just moved around. All right, draw to show how to add the ones. Write the sum. Okay, so on this problem, look, it only has ones, right? So 27 plus 2. So let's draw it out. 27. How many tens? 2 tens. How many ones? 7 ones. So we draw that first. And you're drawing your 27. 2 tens, 7 ones. Look at the next number. 2. That's only ones, right? So here's our 2. Draw your 2 circles for the number 2. What does it equal all together? Well, let's look. There's a lot of ones, isn't there? So let's check them first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're okay, right? 9. So we have 2 tens, 9 ones. We made the number 29. Okay, if you have trouble, don't forget you can always use your TO chart for writing in how many tens and how many ones. Right, I want you to pause and try this problem, 41 plus 5. Draw out your 41, draw out your 5. Hit play to check your work. All right, if you're hitting play, you're ready to check. 41 plus 5. So I'm going to draw out my 41. 4 tens, 1 1. Okay, plus 5. 5 is a single number, right? It's a ones number. Here's my 5. That should have been your picture first. 4 tens, 1 1. 5 by themselves. Okay, how many is it all together? Well, double check your ones first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we're good. How many tens? 1, 2, 3, 4 tens. 6 ones. 46. All right. Now look down here. Instead of having a single number, they're using a 10. Look, 2 digits, right? 2 digits. So let's draw that out. 13. So 1 10, 3 ones, plus 50. So how many tens? 5 tens. How many ones? No ones. Okay, so what does that equal? Well, we only still have 3 ones, so we're okay there. How many tens is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 tens. How many ones? 3 ones. 63. We can also count that, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 61, 62, 63. All right, my first graders, I want you to try this one. Draw your picture, right? Longs and cubes, tens and ones. See, how many is it all together? Hit play when you're ready. All right, if you hit play, you're ready. You already saw this. You have your picture. Here we go, 28. 2 tens, 8 ones. Okay, plus 30. 30 has 3 tens, no ones. All right, so that means the ones are okay, right? There's only 8 of them. How many did you have? Well, how many tens are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 tens now and 8 ones, 58. All right, my first graders. you are going to work on these problems. Now, they do not give you a lot of room for your picture. You can use this little space over here if you can write very small, okay? And if you can't, then I would suggest finding a scrap piece of paper to draw your picture on, okay? It's up to you. So you might need a scrap paper to draw your picture on. Sometimes that's good practice too, because when you do your personal math trainer or your test where you need to draw it out on a paper first to get your answer. Okay, so grab a paper. You're going to work on all these. You're going to stop when you get here, right, at that green square, to go deeper. And work on this. Hit play when you're ready to check your work. All right, my first graders, if you're hitting play, you're ready to check your work. Make sure that underneath here, you did all these problems under here before you hit play so you can see if you were right. All right, so the first one, 65 plus 3. You should have gotten 68, right? You had 65, and then you drew 3 more, and together it's 68. 81 plus 8 equals 89. These were ones, so you should have drawn out 8 more, 81, and then 8 more ones. 54 plus 20 equals 74. This one, right? You had to draw more 10s. 32 plus 10 equals 42, right? 10, you had to add 10 more. So remember this one, right? When you only have 10, here's your 32 plus 10 more is just one of the longs, right? 1 10, 0 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4 10s. Oops, I drew too many. 2 ones. Okay, 42. 95 plus 2. Well, 95, and you had 2 more. 97. 25 plus 60. So that was with 10s, right? You had to add 6 10s. 85. Okay. 2 plus 54 equals 56. Even though the 2's over here, right, we still know if we drew our picture, no matter how we draw it, here's my 2, here's my 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 54, right? We still have 5 10s, and we count all the ones together, we had 6 ones. 70 plus 29. Well, we drew our 10s, and then 29, we drew that out, we got 99. So my first graders, if by some chance you made a mistake, I want you to go back and look at your picture. 1, did you draw a picture? Okay, and make sure that your picture is right. Make sure if it was only asking for 2, that you only drew 2 more. But make sure that if it was asking for 70 more, that we made sure we drew our 7 10s. Okay, so check your work. Okay. All right, I'm moving on here. If you needed to pause, go ahead. If you made a mistake, pause and look at it before you go on. Go deeper. Make a sum of 45. So remember, sum, the answer to a plus problem. See how they did that? Plus problem, sum is 45. That's the answer to a plus problem. Draw a quick picture. Write the number sentence. Add ones to a 2-digit number. Okay, so the first one, we need to add ones to a 2-digit number. That means that the number that we start with has to be pretty close to 45, doesn't it? Okay, if we're only adding ones, not 10s. So let's think about what we need. Well, what if I just want to add 2 ones? What if we just want to add 2 ones? We need to think, how many would we start with if we were going to add 2 ones to it? Well, How many tens do we need in the number 45? How many tens does there need to be? There needs to be 4 tens, doesn't there? Right? So let me draw that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put my 2 over here. 4 tens. So right now I have 4 tens, 2 ones. That's the number 42. But I need to get to 45. So what if I add another cube? So now how many do I have? 40, right? So 4 tens. 1, 2, 3. 43. Didn't get to 45 yet. Let me add another one. 40, and then, right, 40, and then how many ones do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 44. Almost. I need to get to 45. Draw another one. Let's see, do I have it yet? 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 tens, 5 ones. That's 45. I did get there. So how many did we have to add? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 tens and 3 ones. So 43 plus 2 equals 45. We followed the directions. We added only ones to the number. Right. Look down here. Add tens to a 2-digit number. So now both of these need to be a 2-digit number. One number needs to be a tens number. So remember, tens number like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Now it needs to equal 45. So is it going to be a big tens number? No, it has to be a smaller tens number, right? Can't be too big because we need to add another 2-digit number to it. So what if we just did a small tens number? What if we just did the number 10? Would that work? Is 10 a 2-digit number? Yes. Is it a tens number? Absolutely. So here's that 10. But I need to get to 45. So I need to think, how much can I add to this 10 to get to 45? Well, in the number 45, I need to have 4 tens. So here's 1 10. How many tens do we have now? 2, 3. We didn't get to 4 tens yet, did we? 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we have 4 tens now? We do. So now I have 4 tens. In my number 45, how many ones do I need? 5 ones. Do I have any ones right now? No, I have no ones, do I? So could I add my 5 ones? Yes. All right, let's see. Do I have 4 tens now? 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I have 5 ones? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 ones. So look, how many did I have to add? 1, 2, 3, 3 tens, 5 ones. So 35 plus 10 equals 45. So my first graders, when you're doing a problem like this, okay, again, you want to make sure that you put your one number over on one side and you keep adding on until you get the right amount of tens and the right amount of ones. All right, we have some word problems on the back. Okay, choose a way to solve. Draw or write to show your work. So they want you to think, how do you want to solve it? Do you want to draw a picture? Are you lining them up? Do you want to take out your hundreds chart to solve? Think, how's the best way for you to solve? Rita picks 63 strawberries. Then she picks 30 more. How many strawberries does Rita pick? So let's look again. Rita picks 63 strawberries. Then she picks 30 more. So if she has 63, then she gets 30 more. It's a plus problem, right? So we can add 63 plus 30. My first graders, I'm going to let you solve however you want to. Do you want to draw it out? Are you going to line it up? You're going to grab your hundreds chart, whatever is the best way for you. Hit play when you're ready to check your work. All right, you're ready to check. You've got an answer there. All right, 63 plus 30. Well, if I drew it out, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 and I have 3. And then I made my 30. How much is it all together? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 tens and 3 ones. 93. Maybe you lined it up. 63 and 30. And you added down. 3 plus 0 is 3. 6 plus 3 is 9. And you had 93. Maybe you did it that way. Maybe you took your hundreds chart and you were like, hey, 63. And then you count 30 down, right? 10, 20, 30. You still had 93. So no matter how you solved, 93 was our answer. Okay? So remember, you choose what's the best way for you to solve. Either drawing your picture, right? Or, right, drawing it downwise, hundreds chart. Kenny planted 2 rows of corn. He used 20 seeds in each row. He has 18 seeds left. How many seeds of corn did Kenny have? So this is a math on the spot. So remember, you can check out this video. Kenny planted 2 rows of corn. He used 20 seeds in each row. So it's not just 20 seeds. So look, here's Kenny. Here's his row, 1 row. Here's another row. So in each row, in this row, he used 20 seeds. And in this row, he used 20 seeds. Okay. And when he was done, he had 18 seeds left. How many seeds of corn did Kenny have? So he used 20 here, 20 here, but when he was done in his pack of seeds, he still had another 18 left that he could have put in the ground. So they want to see how many did he have all together. Well, so that's adding our 3 digits again, isn't it? So why don't we add our 2 rows first? What is 20 plus 20? Well, we could draw that out, couldn't we? 2 tens, 2 tens. How many tens? 1, 2, 3, 4 tens and 0 ones. That equals 40, right? 10, 20, 30, 40. You could add it down, right? 0 and 0 is 0. 2 plus 2, right? 2 plus 2 is 4. 40. Same answer. But we're not done yet. So he has 40 in these rows over here, but he still has 18. So now we need 40 plus 18. Well, how do we want to solve it? Do we want to draw a picture? We can. 4 tens, no ones, then 18. 1 10, 8 ones. Okay. How many is it all together? Well, let's look. How many tens? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 tens. How many ones? 8 ones. 58. Okay, maybe you wanted to line them up. 40 plus 18, right? 0 plus 8 is 8. 4 plus 1 is 5. Same answer. Okay, 58 seeds. So again, if you want to watch the math on the spot, you can. If not, okay, that's okay too. There are 7 oak trees and 32 pine trees in the park. How many trees are in the park? Right, so I'm going to have you figure this one out. There are 7 oak trees and 32 pine trees. How many trees are in the park? So they want to know all together, how many are there? What kind of problem is that? Yeah, plus problem, right? We're putting them together. 32 plus 7. Write your problem out, solve it, hit play when you're ready. Right, if you're hitting play, you have an answer. So you had 32 plus 7 equals. Well, you could have drawn that out. 32 and plus 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. When you added that up, you still had 3 tens, 9 ones, 39. Maybe you put 32 in your head and counted on 7 more. Okay, you still got 39. Last one. 42 plus 20. Okay, they want you to add this up, write your answer, and then when you're done adding this up and writing your answer, they want you to rewrite your tens and ones to show this number. So pause, hit play when you're ready to check. All right, if you're hitting play, you have an answer. Well, 42 plus 20. You have 4 tens, 5, 6. 6 tens and 2 ones. That made the number 62. Then they wanted you to draw that. So 6 tens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 ones, 62. That was all you had to do. All right, my first graders, you're going to work on your personal math trainer.